Google just changed your PC forever with Alt Space. This secret shortcut lets Gemini chat with your computer screen. It can analyze giant files from your computer in a matter of seconds. If you're not using this already, you're falling behind. Tech it before you wreck it. What's up, geeks? I'm Kirk. I'm going to show you how to install this, how to set it up, and show you exactly how it works. And you got to stick around for step 3 because you won't believe how Gemini can look at what you're working on and guide you through the process. Step 1, we've got to get this new software on Windows. They also have it for macOS. I've got a Windows computer here, and this is the website, search.google/Google App/desktop. It's kind of confusing. I've got the link down in the description below for you, but you can see here, it says ask anything with Google App for desktop. And the description says using a simple keyboard shortcut, get quicker access to AI-powered responses and keep exploring with follow-up questions and helpful links. It shows kind of an example of launching it with the Alt Space shortcut. That's the shortcut we're going to use once it's installed. You can search anything on your screen with Lens and screen sharing built into the app. You can also ask about any part of your screen, whether a specific window or your entire screen. We're going to test that out. And then it says get AI-powered responses faster. So it uses AI mode in Google search, which is built right in. I mean, that kind of stuff makes sense. That's what we expect with Gemini. Now, if you go in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see the button that says download the app. Simply click that on this page, and it should download the installer. On Windows here, you'll have to click on the file, and I'll start the installation. You can see it says initializing. It's going to download some more information from Google, and now it's installing the app. And that's it. Now the new Google app, the Gemini app, is installed on my Windows computer. Step 2 is to get it set up, get signed in with your Google account. You can see it says, welcome to the Google app, search instantly with Alt plus Space. I think that's going to be their main default key combination. They want to turn that Alt Space keyboard shortcut into your Google Gemini summon tool. It says ask anything with AI mode, search what you see, and stay in the flow. Search Google instantly while using other apps. They call that stay in the flow. That's kind of interesting. So, okay, I'm signing in with my Google account. I'll select sign in, and there it goes. It says you're now signed in. Wow, that was fast. So it jumps right into this Google Gemini window here on my computer. In fact, it's got some instructions, a little tutorial going on here. So let's go through this. Get AI-powered responses. Ask anything like summarize today's top news. Okay, so that's a Gemini prompt right there. That's not complicated. Let me hit next. Upload files and images. Upload a PDF or document and ask things like, what are the key takeaways? Okay, that's cool. Just like Gemini, you've got a plus button right there. You can upload files. We'll test that out in a second. Ask about what's on your screen. I think this is what's going to be really powerful. Share your full screen or a window as you search. So if you've got something you're working on, whether it's in Photoshop, Adobe Premiere, Google Chrome, a PDF document, you can simply ask Gemini and it'll look at the screen and answer questions about that. Search your screen. Select an image or area of your screen for quick info or translations. Kind of the same idea, but this is more about highlighting a specific area of the screen and then asking about that specific kind of screenshot. And then finally, it's asking us if we want to allow access to our files. Because I did log in with my Google account, do I want it to have access to my Google Drive and my local files? It says here, local files are never sent to Google servers. But what it's saying is you could ask something about files on your Drive folders or about your local files, and it should be able to theoretically look at that and give you a response based on that. So I think that's something you're going to have to decide if you're comfortable with that. I think some people might be, some people might not be. So it's nice they give you the option to turn it off right up front here when you install the app. Now we'll hit next. It says you're all set. Adjust app settings by clicking on your profile at any time. So that's the little icon there with my photo. I can click on that and it'll jump into all the different settings here. You can change the theme, the configuration. It says what's new. Of course, do you want AI mode turned on? Always use AI mode to answer your searches in this app. Of course, I would leave that on. Otherwise, you're not using Gemini. You're essentially using a glorified Google search bar. Now that it's installed and set up, step 3 is to test out this new Google app. The first test is going to be to see if that keyboard shortcut works. Again, you hold down the Alt button and you press the space bar, and it's almost instantaneous. Look at that. I held down the Alt button, hit the space bar, and boom, it popped up almost the second I hit space. Clearly, this thing is running in the background, probably running in the taskbar, waiting for you to summon it. So it's not loading when you hit that key code combination. It's just popping up to the foreground when you hit that key code combination. Again, Alt space brings it up, and now you can start asking questions. Of course, this is a Gemini prompt, so you can ask normal Gemini questions. I'm not going to get into that. You can play with Gemini.google.com come and see what this can do. What I want to show off is some of the things that are really interacting with your computer. The share screen, I think, is the most interesting thing because essentially what it does is it lets Google see your screen so you can ask questions about what you're doing. So let me try something here. I'm going to click on share screen. It's going to say, do you want to share this browser? Do you want to share this folder? Do you want to share Adobe Premiere? I'm going to pick Adobe Premiere because I've got questions about this, a project I've got loaded up in Adobe Premiere. I've got an error popping up. I know why. It's because my media is missing, but I'm going to ask Gemini if it knows why. So let me try this. What the heck is wrong with this project and what should I do? So let me hit enter, and it takes a screenshot, puts it right into the chat there, and it immediately starts answering. The red screen of your program monitor indicates that your project has offline media. This happens when Premiere can no longer find the original source. So it talks about what's going on. It suggests what to do. It says pro tips to prevent this. Very, very cool. And that's exactly what I was hoping for. I mean, it even offers some YouTube videos to show me how to fix offline media issues, but it looked at the app I was talking about. It answered my question. This is really cool because I think this is going to be super powerful for people who are maybe looking for assistance with a certain program, maybe a certain file or something going on their PC, or they just want an assistant that they can ask about something while they're working on it, and the assistant will automatically know what it is they're looking at on the screen. Very, very cool. Okay, so they've got another feature here, and this is an extension of Google Lens, which you've probably used before. It's a really popular tool, but it's built in here. So you've got the little camera in the bottom right-hand corner. I'm going to click on that, and now it gives me this little screenshot tool, and I'll screenshot this painting here, and it should automatically give me some information. So it popped that image in there, and it jumps right into it. The image shows the Starry Night, an oil-on-canvas masterpiece painted by Vincent van Gogh. So without even typing in a prompt, I simply highlighted that area, and it said, hey, we can tell you more about that. It's going into specific details about the painting, which is so cool. Now, what if I want to use that image to create another image? Let me try this. I typed in, can you turn this into a photorealistic image? Let me see if it can jump into Nano Banana. That's exactly what it's doing, and turn Starry Night into a realistic looking photo. Okay, that's really cool, guys. Take a look. So it took Vincent van Gogh's iconic Starry Night simply because I selected it on a website, and then I said, can you turn it into a photo? And this is what it gave me, which is kind of like a mix of realism, but also still the painting. You know, I mean, it's not really useful, but it's kind of a cool example of how you can find information about something and then actually manipulate that or use Google Gemini's Nano Banana tool to actually create another image from the image you selected. That is very, very cool. Okay, I do want to show you one more tool, which is interacting with files that are locally on your computer. So for example, I have this PDF document down here. I'm just going to drag and drop it right into this Google app window. And you can see it even says drop your file here. So I'll drop it. It's now attached it to the chat, and it's a sample of a general contract. But I'm going to ask this question. Tell me what I should know about this contract, anything to fix or change. It's going to take that PDF file, and almost instantly it's going to jump right into a big kind of explanation of what we're looking at, key clauses you should be noting on here, recommended changes or fixes on here. This is really cool. I mean, this is the kind of stuff you can do with Gemini on the web, but when it's built into your computer and integrated like that, you can just drag a file right over to that window. It makes it so much easier, I think, and so much more useful. And here's what's cool. We're really just scratching the surface. I mean, this is version 1 from Google, and it really seems to integrate most of what we use and love about Gemini on the web. And the question is, when they really start doing more cool stuff, integrating this more deeply into your experience on your computer, what more could something like this do? So I want to know, guys, comment below, is this a tool that you think you'll A, install on your computer, and B, something that you'll use on a regular basis? Obviously, Google wants this to become kind of your AI sidekick while you're using Windows, and there are other tools that do this too. Copilot, built into Windows, kind of does the same thing as well. So Google trying to make a push for you to use Gemini in that fashion. Will you actually use it? Will people actually install it? That's the magic question, but I hope this was helpful. I hope it gave you kind of an overlook at this brand new tool from Google. Again, the link to install it is down in the description if you want to check it out for yourself, and I can't wait to read your comments to see what you guys think of this new tool, and if you think it's something that's going to be useful in your life. Do me a huge favor, subscribe to the channel. I have a lot more cool tech tutorials, tech reviews, unboxings, just a lot of cool geeky stuff coming your way. Tech it before you wreck it. I'm Kirk.